This is for those who want more information than what's normally given in the 3-minute presentation I made on Sunday, especially if you're my mother. You're probably going to like the extra information. I flew out of Kansas City through Chicago to Brussels to Abidjan. You get to Europe, the snacks are a little bit different and yummy, as well as they charge you a lot of money for adding an extra bag on your international flight, $200. A missionary needed me to bring a speaker to him. Love the airplane snacks though, they're good stuff. They even brought some Belgian chocolates by. Pastor Newfay and then Elder and Madame Brew met me at the airport, and they're the ones that actually came to our church in Pittsburgh, and where we made a connection, and they gave me an invitation to come be a speaker at their church. The missionary Brent Teague took me to go see a local church there and just see a new building that was going up, and that pastor working on in their tabernacle building. Every time I drove around in the missionary vehicles, they were what's called Speed the Light vehicles. Money that was raised by teenagers to purchase those vehicles, and they were needed and highly necessary. Brent and Shelley do an amazing job of serving there. We're at a Bible college here. The only time I was outside the town of Abidjan, that is a town of 4 million, this Bible college is out in the middle of nowhere for training. And that building he's in front of, as they call it, tabernacle, they use it mainly for churches, and it can hold about 300 people in a church. They build them for $6,000, and they'll let the congregation put any kind of walls or doors or windows they want up. Cocoa pod, you suck on that and then spit it out. Computer lab that was there, which was neat because we support the missionary that installed the computer lab, all repurposed computers from Africa's Hope. The president of the Bible College, his wife had us in their home for a simple meal of fried plantains on the right, achike, looks like rice, a red sauce and some chicken, and one of the largest pineapples I've ever seen. Local grocery store, saw some pretty unique meats, including tripe. They got some unique fabric there, that's for sure, but they also had some unique cheeses, and that was a nice meal as well. I received a box of that candy on the flight in. They give that to you as part of the flight, and I gave that to the missionary, and I believe his wife's been enjoying those. But I went there not to enjoy candy, but to minister in the local church. And this is the sign outside that local church. In getting a tour, Pastor Newface showed me his chocolate cookies that we gave him when he was in Pittsburgh. That touched my heart because that means he did not eat them when he was in Pittsburgh. He took them all the way back to Ivory Coast as a remembrance of his trip to our church. Seeing him lead his congregation was powerful, even if I couldn't understand the language he was speaking in. That first Sunday, got a photo with him in front of that, and I went there to teach, and we taught Sunday morning, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday night, and then the following Sunday morning as well. And the Sunday services lasted about 4 hours. The weeknight services lasted about 2.5 hours, and the people were ready to be taught. No air conditioning there, but they had fans going the whole time. One of the days, the missionary took me out to where they build the tabernacle kits so those churches can be built and put up. And it's amazing to see what they're doing there and being able to put a church building up. A number of towns I went through, I only saw 2 really quality buildings, the mosque and the local Assembly of God church. The pastor, Newface, showed me a file in his office where 30, 40, 50 pastors requesting a tabernacle because their building had fallen apart, or the Muslims burned their church down like this one, and just hoping they can get a tabernacle building. Pastor's house each night after service for a meal, and including things like actual fish that was caught that day out of the ocean, and just pull the head off and start eating. They love doing their special fabric for special occasions. This fabric was for that. That is futu on the top right there. It is very unique. It's got the texture of Play-Doh. It's beat up plantain, mashed plantain. Not much flavor to it, but I could eat it. It was all right. This is the street in front of the missionary's house. It's a gated community. It's a very nice place to live, but again, it's nothing fancy. They keep everything under metal locked gates as well as the barbed wire. That's Boris, the driver for the missionary's wife, and because it's a little dangerous driving there. And you'll see he's got 2 cell phones. Africa is the reason there's more cell phones in the world than people. Many of the Africans I saw had 2 or 3, one for text, one for talk, one for data because of better rates and cost. Chocolate bread is their version of Krispy Kreme. They got it everywhere. It's about 50 cents a piece. That was a wonderful appetizer at the pastor's house. Avocado with shrimp in that, and a wonderful sauce. This is the view outside the missionary's house at the back. Frequently I would stay back there and study. Salad at the pastor's house. Another meal. Fried plantains were at pretty much everything. And fish was at just about everything. Here's my study spot. Probably studied about 2.5 hours a day. I was in church 2.5 hours each night. Played with their dog Snickers. It's not everywhere you go you see a license plate that is the United Nations. That was interesting. Got a picture with Brent and Shelley. They've been there for a long time doing great stuff. When I was done speaking, I usually turned the altar time over to the pastor and the missionary. They knew what they were doing with that. The one time I tried to help lead it, it was pretty flat, but the people responded well just the same. That's Pastor Newfay on my right, and then his two staff pastors, and yes, the one pastor looks like Carlton off Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. Yep, he sure does. I gave Pastor Newfay a gift. I was told they'd like a computer bag with our church logo on it. I'm going, seriously? But they like swag, and the colors on the logo there are in the colors of the flag of Ivory Coast. I believe that's mutton stew. That was pretty good. That's how they get their lawn mowed. A man's driving around on a bicycle with a simple lawnmower. Michael's parents, Elder and Madame Brew, had us over to their house on Saturday for an absolute feast. And this is where I got to try lots of unique stuff. Everything was good. The fufu was just okay, and that's what fufu is right there. It's just okay. The other stuff, absolutely amazing. Dessert, papaya, pomegranate. You take the white stuff, suck on it until the juice is gone. It's great. They gave the missionary a gift. They gave me a wonderful gift. Don't know how I'm going to use it, but the missionary mentioned to me that's made on a handmade loom, and like an 18-foot loom, very long. It takes one man an entire week to make that. You're actually supposed to wear it. I'm not sure how I'll use it just yet. Sunday morning services. The music was good throughout the week, but Sunday morning they took it up a notch. At the end of this video, I'll have an entire 4-minute clip if you want to listen to it. It's pretty powerful. Colors are on parade the entire time, but I never sensed a lot of arrogance or, hey, look at me, look at me. It's just how they dress. You see the dance line going on in front, people just rejoicing. They're willing to let me take a selfie, and then they gave me an outfit, I believe a tribal chief's outfit. You can see me there, but take a look at the people's faces. They're smiling, joy, and that's a good thing to see. They gave the missionary one as well. Pastor's wife handing me a gift, getting a hug from the pastor, and after the last service on that Sunday, lots of people wanted their picture taken with the crazy white tall guy, pastor from America, that is wearing a goofy outfit. Wonderful people. All I wanted was a picture of the pastor and his family, and I found out this picture cost Pastor Newfay a lot of money because all his daughters had to get their hair done. But I'm thankful. I'm looking forward to printing this up and sending it to him. After that, it was one day for the beach before the air flight out. And so we got to the beach. Missionary and his wife, Shelley, got a chance to take a walk on the beach. Got a yummy meal of freshly caught lobster, a fettuccine Alfredo. Got the picture with the Ohio State shirt and the flag shirt in front of the Abidjan sign. And on the way back to Abidjan, they had got a lot of rain. That's a road. That's not a river. Those speed light vehicles are heavy duty and they're needed. Had a going away party at the airport, and flew back from Abidjan to Brussels to Chicago and landed in Tulsa, where my wife picked me up. And I'm so thankful, not just that she picked me up, but that she gave me enthusiastic support to go. And that's what caused me to be able to do that, and I'm so thankful. They brought her back some gifts. Some of the clothes they gave fit, some didn't, but that one did, and we all wore our Dedication Day fabric shirts that church had this past Sunday, and a tremendous, tremendous memory. After I hit pause here, I'll sync in this 4-minute video. I hope you enjoy it, and thanks for watching on my travel log.